Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be going over my budget and money goals for June 2022. Y'all, it's about to be June. It's about to be June. I don't know where the time is going. It's honestly kind of upsetting because I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's just like, change in lifestyle, but I just feel like the days are, I'm just going through the motions of the days. It's the same thing day in, day out, aside from the weekends here and there. And like, it's a Monday and then it's a Thursday and then it's like the weekend, it's gone in a second. And every day is just gone in a second. And it's insane to me. I do say this in every video, but I don't know, 2022 has been crazy. It's just going so fast, and I definitely feel really behind with just everything in my life. And just honestly trying to grip on to time as much as possible, but it is going by in a blink of an eye. But to be honest, I do love the end of the month and the start of the month. That is the time that I start making my financial decisions for the month and I can make a lot of progress. It's always an exciting time. And going over my budget, filming my budget is actually one of my favorite videos, and luckily I get to do it every single month. So of course this month is no different. This is going to be my Google Sheets version, and I'm going to first start with my money goals for June. Okay, so goal number 1 is to reach $18,000 saved for my student loans. And if I reach $18,000 saved for my student loans, that would bring me down to $18,000 left of debt. So I would be, is that right? Yeah, 18. I would be at the halfway point of my debt left. Wow, that's exciting. That just hit me. So that I just realized that by saying 18 and 18. And just to clarify, in case this is the first video that you're watching of mine, I do have $36,000 of student loan debt. It's federal student loans, so they are in forbearance and at 0% interest. So I have not been actively paying them down. I've actually been saving for them in my high yield savings account because I gain interest. So I'm making more money by not paying them down. And then once they come due, I will make a lump sum payment, or that's what the plan is right now. That time's gonna be really scary. I was thinking about it today, how, I have this big chunk of cash saved up, almost $17,000, and I've never had that much money especially for one thing. I've just never had this much money in my life. And typically, if I had to pay this, down for debt, the money would be gone. It would be going toward my debt. But because it's saved, it's gonna be really hard to let it go. I'm gonna do it, the time will come. But it's gonna be so scary to have 17 grand in cash and then just drop it at the click of a button and it's gone. And we'll see when that time comes. It's supposed to be right after August this year, but it keeps getting extended. So I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but that's the plan as of right now. And in the meantime, I am just saving up as much as I can for it so I can ideally be completely debt-free by the end of this year. Okay, goal number 2 is to make at least $2,000 between my online income and my extra income. I've lately been combining them just because it's been hard to predict my online income and it's been lower. So honestly, I thought that I would be making more progress at this point. I thought YouTube earnings would be higher, but I think potentially inflation has some part to do with this, and like the upcoming recession. Maybe companies are paying less to be advertised on YouTube. I'm not really sure. It seems like I'm getting about the same amount of views, so I was expecting my ad revenue to increase and make more money that way, but I really haven't seen that. In fact, my income actually has been decreasing from YouTube from the month of May in particular. So I do want to see this go up, but it's easier for me to combine that goal. So between online income and extra income, I would like to make $2,000. That seems like a bit of a stretch because of just the pattern of my side hustle income lately and my extra income, but I am hoping to make that happen. I'm going to be posting stuff for sale on Poshmark, on Mercari, things around the house that I don't need. That's not going to be that much money, but every little bit helps and will add to that. And who knows what else I will you know, whatever else I can do to make extra income. And goal number 3, this is my last goal for the month. It kind of goes along with that because there's been this project that I am supposed to be working on a regular basis, but I have definitely slacked off. Plus just like everything in life is kind of just caught up with me, and I fell behind on my side hustles a little bit. And the easiest thing for me to keep up with are my YouTube videos, but the extra stuff that goes with it has just kind of fallen on the back burner. But June, I really want to buckle down and finish this project that I have for this channel, for my financial content specifically. I was supposed to finish this last year. I was supposed to finish this quarter 1, and now my goal was to finish it quarter 2 and have it ready to go for July. And I want to make that happen. So I'm definitely going to be working on that in June, set out a schedule. I'll work on that this weekend. Actually, that I'm filming this today is May 26th. And I need to buckle down and do this because it will help me to increase my income, or at least supplement it a little bit. So those are my 3 goals. And now we can go ahead and move on to my budget for June. I'm going to go down to the bottom of your screen and you will be seeing my Google spreadsheets. If you are interested in these spreadsheets, it will be linked down below. You can make a copy for free. I'm going to start with my income. So my work income should be about $3,500. This is after tax, after contributing to my 401k. I think it might be a little bit higher. This is going to be my 4th month at my new job, and I still haven't figured out exactly what my paychecks are going to be. My most recent one was higher because they refunded me for some tax issues. I was claiming the wrong, tax thing. I did a 0 instead. Oh, the withholding. I was claiming 0 instead of 1, so they were taking out more taxes as well. That was my fault. So I changed that, so I think I should have a little bit more of an income coming in, not going to taxes. So this might be like $3,600, but I wanted to play it safe and just stick with $3,500 since that's kind of what it's been over the last couple of months. Business income, these are just guesses. I put $1,200 here, and for other income, I put $800. So between the two, I would like to make $2,000. This may be flip-flopped. One may be higher, one may be lower. I may not hit $2,000 at all, but this is just a guess so I can, kind of predict how I need to spend my money for the month of June. Now, as for pulling from my sinking funds, I don't think I will have to in June, but if I do, I would update you in my finance update. So now let's go ahead and get into my actual budget. So most of this will look the same. My taxes, this is what I save for quarterly estimated taxes. I'm expecting about $250 based off of this calculation here, and I just put that into my high yield savings account so I can then make quarterly estimated payments, which I do have to make in June. Sinking funds should still be about $1,200. This does depend on if I purchase my laptop. I still haven't purchased my laptop yet, so I may get it this month. I may get it early June, possibly even July. I don't know. So if I do purchase it, I may slow down. Like I may not put the 100 toward like a new MacBook savings. You know what I'm saying? So it may be 1,100 instead of 1,200 is what I'm saying. So 1,200 for now. Roth IRA is going to look a little bit different. So I want to take advantage of the market right now. So my goal is to do $600 to my Roth IRA in June. I'm probably going to split this up. So I'll do my usual $300 on the first of the month. And then once I get paid, my second paycheck, I'll probably do an additional $300, or maybe I'll wait till the end of the month. I'm not sure. It's not a huge deal when I do it, or if I do this. My ultimate goal for 2022 is to max out my Roth IRA. That's something that I do want to prioritize. But yeah, so I really want to do this right now because the market is down so much, and I can, take advantage of that and purchase things on a sale and then reap the benefits later. Donate my usual $50. This may end up being higher. You'll see in my May finance update that I ended up like donating more, but I'll explain it then, but you'll see what's kind of going on in my life right now. Rent/trash/pest fee, this number, it's the full amount, $1,537, unfortunately. So my rent did increase. I paid a prorated amount in May, and now we are up to the full amount in June. This does include all 3 of those things. So before negotiating, this was actually supposed to be $38 higher, but I kept negotiating and asked for them to include the trash and pest fee in my increase. So what they were going to do is have my rent alone be $1,537 and then $35 for trash, $3 for pest fee. But I was like, can you include that? So my rent is actually $1,499 and then the $38 on top of that. So that's where $1,537 comes in. Wi-Fi with Google Fiber is still $55. Electricity, I'm putting a little bit higher. I'm going to $70 in June just because I've been using my air conditioning a little bit more. You'll see in May that it jumped a ton, and I'll explain that then. But I'm not sure if that's partially to do with like just things being more expensive, inflation and all that, but I'm just gonna bump it up a little and hopefully it stays under 70. Water and sewage though, look at this number. I don't think I've ever paid this low. I'm not sure. I think it was because I was out of town for several days in April, so it's only $15.84, which is amazing. Groceries, I'm gonna try to stick under 300. May has been really good actually, and you'll see that in my update, but I'm gonna try again to stay under $300 because it helps a lot. It has been a little bit challenging just because, you know, food is a little bit more expensive and I prefer to purchase organic produce and all these things, but definitely taking advantage of simpler foods, and that has helped a ton. And by simpler foods, I mean like carbs, like breads, pastas, rice. Those are cheaper. So I'm still trying to be healthy, of course, but, you know, cutting back a little bit. Food out, I am putting at 35. I'm not really sure what the plan is for June. I don't expect to do much. As I had said for May, it's the perfect time in Georgia to just get outside and do things. I don't need to spend too much money. Granted, food is like, going out to eat was one of my favorite things to do, specifically with my boyfriend, but we also have like the pool to go hiking, all these things outdoors, and it's a lot easier to cut back because of that. Gas for my car, I'm putting at $30. I will probably just fill up once, and that should cover it. Student loan savings, I'm putting 1,000, and this all should work out. So I'm gonna put 1,000. This may change depending on some things, but in order for me to reach that $18,000 goal, I need to do 1,000. I should be able to do that, including everything that I'm putting on here. Health and beauty, we're cutting back down to 50 because I have no doctor's appointments. I purchased all my supplements in May that I needed, my vitamins and supplements, and I should be good. I don't think anything, I'm not going to get any IVs, not going to get any massage, not going to the chiropractor. Am I? Oh, that's already paid for, actually. They have like money on my account because I overpaid the first time I went, so I won't even have to worry about that. So $50, that's what we're aiming for, and I should be good. My phone, that's always $40. For the dogs, this is money that I give to my sister. She has my 2 dogs, and we have like pet insurance for them, plus like any food and stuff like that, plus just her taking care of them. So $160 for her. Business should just be $12, but one thing is that, as I said, I haven't purchased my MacBook yet, and we're nearing the end of the month. I have like my new credit card that I want to use and all that. I just can't decide which MacBook I want to purchase. That's one thing, actually. If you guys have the MacBook 13-inch, the 2020 with the touch bar, let me know your opinions. I am leaning toward the 14-inch, the newer one without the touch bar, because I've heard some bad things about it, and I don't love the idea of that. I don't really like I don't want to have to touch something on the keyboard. I don't know, it's a lot easier to just use the function buttons that are there. But let me know which MacBook that you bought, if you've bought one recently, but it can wait. I could wait until like July, possibly even later. But yeah, I do have the money saved up. However, if I purchase the 14-inch, that one is a few $100s more, and I will have to I'll just cash flow that, or I can wait a little bit longer and keep saving for it and then purchase it. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. So this may be higher, and if it's high, it's going to be like, $2,000 higher if I end up getting that 14-inch, but it could also be in May or July. Netflix, $15.49. Personal, I just put 15. I honestly was gonna delete this. I've been doing great in May. I haven't bought anything, and I may continue that into June, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm just putting 15. And then gifts I have is 20. There is Father's Day, and that's it. But usually, like, if me and my sister will end up splitting something, if anything. My dad doesn't really like care for stuff, so yeah, that's it. That's all I'm putting on here. And if I were to purchase a gift, I probably would pull 20 bucks from my sinking fund, but I didn't account for that up here. I guess I can do that. I'll put 20 here in case. But I also, like, in May, I purchased a small gift and didn't pull from my sinking fund. It just wasn't necessary. But yeah, that's everything. So I would be spending $5,455.33. And that would leave me with about $64 left over, assuming I stuck to this perfectly. And assuming this was the actual income that I made. It would be great if my income would be higher, but we will just have to see. But I feel like this is good. And May was a lower spend month, and I'm excited to see that going into June. It will be a pretty low month as well, and at least as of right now. Yeah, that's very exciting. It's making me feel a lot better about my financial situation after, the craziness of April, and it's allowing me to catch up a little bit more on my investing and student loan savings. So things are looking pretty crazy in general with finances. Like, the stock market is way down, my investments are way down. That's why I didn't set a net worth goal, and it was kind of pointless to do that for May because, I thought I would be a little bit further at this point, but I can't predict. None of us can predict the stock market, and it is way down right now. So my net worth is way down as well. And that's just how it is. So there's really no point of me setting a net worth goal, because even if I put in X amount of dollars, it doesn't mean I will end up, reaching my net worth goal. So there was just no point in me doing that. But if you're seeing your numbers drop, hang in there. Don't worry. It will go back up. Keep your money invested. If you don't need it, don't touch it. Just keep it in there, and it will pay off soon. In the meantime, I'm just trying my best to make extra income, thinking of brainstorming ideas just to, expand my business, do things to kind of cushion everything while we go through this high inflation period. And it is a bit of a scary time, so I definitely empathize with those of you who are struggling. Feel free to comment, feel free to email me. We have a great community here, and I will offer my support if that is what you need right now, because I know it's pretty difficult and stressful at this point, and hopefully things start looking up. But I think the best that we can do is try to control what we can control, and for me that is cutting back a little bit on spending, increasing my savings, my investing, taking advantage of the lower stock market, but also putting more money into my high yield savings account so I at least gain a little bit of interest, even though inflation is high, and there's, it kind of defeats the purpose, but it's still mentally better to see that than just constantly losing money if you just leave your money in your checking account. But anyways, please share your money goals for the month of June. I will soon upload my May finance update. It should be a pretty good one, should be pretty exciting. I'm feeling good about June, and I want to thank you all for being here. I really appreciate your support. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.